It's the same.
At some point tonight into Becky, because Becky and Lynx are having it out again, and it's getting fucking nasty. I got some exclusive behind the scenes content from that where they're just getting nasty all in the Docket Discord itself. Like,
I don't want to ruin the end of that story. Do you know the end of the story?
I do not know the end of the story.
Okay, well, I'll tell you the end of the story. Lynx quit Queens.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that might be what would happen.
She is done with Queens. I didn't fire her. I didn't say, hey, you should quit. She quit. She's just off Queens.
Well,
so now
I never was under the assumption she was on Queens anyway. I thought she was always a behind the scenes person for like the TikTok and the Instagram, and like she did a little bit of everything for all the shows.
I talked to Mike about it today, and I said, look, Mike, Lynx quit. She doesn't want to be on camera. I'm not going to ask her to go on camera because she's doing such good work behind the scenes. I think it's smart to give a permanent spot to Tina and Becky, and they can have guests come on with them. They can just have guests come on with them. Like, those two are solid. I am not going to rush to get a third person.
Have you seen these? Have you seen these tweets, Keem? Like what Becky was saying to Lynx? Have you seen them at all?
I have not. Today was one of those days where like Wings is doing the show.
Yeah.
I worked a little bit on Queens with Mike today, and that was about it. Like I've tried to not focus, bro. My whole morning started with that fucking crackhead whore Ruby fucking just spinning lies about me in my own goddamn paid members Discord.
Really? Okay. I want to get into that.
Meeting with her all morning. It's just the stupidest shit. She goes, you banned Lauren because Lauren was telling the truth about Grace. That's not why I banned Lauren. I banned Lauren because she went on Queens, debated with Grace, and after they both said both of their points, they kept looping. And I'm like, okay, segment over. So I pulled Lauren off of air, and then she went back on. I pulled her, she went back on. I pulled her, she went back. I pulled her, she went back. This happened 5 times, and I said, okay, I'm going to ban you. I banned her so Lauren could not go back on air, okay? Then about 10 minutes later, 7 minutes later, I told the mods, please unban Lauren, because at that point, I was able to DM Lauren and be like, hey, the reason why I banned you is because you kept joining on air. I'm pulling you for a reason. Segment over. You know, like, I called Becky, and I've said it publicly too, so this is no surprise. But I've told Becky, I go, to be honest, you got to stop acting. Like, you have to just be you. Because I've seen Becky a few times where she went mask off and she wasn't being this fake nice person and she was just saying what she really feels. That's who Becky is. Becky is a bitch, Wings. Like, for real, for real. Like, she is like that. She really do be thinking that stuff. You see her in the heat of the moment. She's as fast as fucking Tina. She's as fast as fucking Lynx. She's as fast. Dude, last night she was like, you look like a tranny and your boyfriend is one too, or some shit. Like, bro, dude, like, she's really thinking this stuff, bro.
I think Lynx actually addressed that. Did she not? That her boyfriend actually is transgender?
That's crazy. I didn't know that. What?
I think if I misspoke this, I'm sorry, Lynx. But yeah, Lynx's boyfriend actually is a girl dressed as a boy.
Yeah, I believe that that came up on the show, and it's something Lynx didn't want to come up on the show, but it's another topic Becky decided to go at, which I think is not great.
It is true that, like, I'm probably the only one that sees Becky's greatness, and that's fine. But I'm producing a show, right? Like, and I'm like, I'm not trying to find good people. You know what I mean? I'm trying to find entertaining people. And Becky is just fucking entertaining. When Becky is being herself and not being fake nice, Becky's pretty fucking entertaining.
Here we go again. It's the same old thing.
Right? That's why everyone needs to go to youtube.com/@LolCowCourt, okay? And I do want to talk about that real quick before the official announcement. Give you guys like a little sneak peek. With LolCowCourt, there is going to be 3 hosts on that show. There's going to be a judge, there's going to be a prosecutor, and there's going to be a defense attorney, all right? These are permanent people on the show, all right? There'll always be the same prosecutor, always be the same defense attorney, and always be the same judge, all right? When there is an issue going on in the community, all right, I can send anybody to fucking court. It is the prosecutor's job to fucking make the most outlandish charges against that individual, all right, and bring the evidence to back it up. It is the defense attorney to defend that person, no matter who it is, even if they hate them. They got to defend them the best they can, okay? Who will decide if they're innocent or guilty comes down to the jury. Because 20 of you selected in the members-only Discord will be polled for jury duty. And the audience in real time will not know if you're voting guilty or innocent. It'll be like a real jury where you have to go and put your votes in, and only the judge knows if it's guilty or innocent, and he will announce what the jury decided. Now, the jury cannot be like unanimous. It has to be a vote, and majority rules. And the reason why is because we would never have a unanimous jury. It would be literally impossible in this community. But I have all the rules set up, and then if a person is found guilty, the judge, okay, will have to issue a punishment.
So, question. I would love to know who the hosts are. I know you'll announce it later, but my other question would be, are you going to focus on things in our community, or will you be getting other YouTubers from outside of our community for the show to put that, like, how exactly, who's going to be on it?
People come to the LolCowLive universe. We don't really go to them.
Yep. Okay, that's fair. I like that a lot, actually.
What about things existing inside of the LolCow universe? And I could use this to segue to our boy Big Homie.
Here we go again. It's the same old thing. Boogie is lying while King is
Back for a
A
while.
guy came to me that lives next to Big Homie and offered him a job. We have exclusive LolCow footage of them offering Big Homie a job. He goes, JL goes, yo. Big Homie goes, yo, I live in Rosemont. I can get you a job that pays $1,500 a week. He goes, what the fuck are you doing? You aren't a felon, are you? He goes, yeah, it's like 15 years old, but yeah, I was wilding at 18. So long story short, this guy offers him a trucking job. You can read through it here. And it's going to pay him $1,500 a week. And Big Homie says that he doesn't know about it. He has a felony. He goes, I can go one step better. We go into the next part of the docket here. Just turns
Really? So he had an opportunity to make real money to fix his house. Instead, he e-begged and he turned down the fucking job.
He goes he offers his boss man, the guy who's offering him this job, his boss man above him goes, hey, I will front you the money to get your felony expunged in the court and give you a job. And Big Homie goes radio silent on him.
Why? What the fuck, dude? Why do you not want to work? If you can get your felony expunged for free, I would go take a second job right now to get my felony expunged. What are you talking about? Wow.
I mean, what can I say? I've been saying it from the very beginning. Something's wrong with this guy, man. I sniffed it, man. I have this weird ability to figure out people like really, really quick, and I can't pin down like where this ability comes from, but I'm just good at it, right? Just by somebody talking, how they talk, their actions or whatever, I could just figure them out right away and what their motives are and what their little manipulation game is. And it was like, dude, right away as he kept sending you that and kept doing it, it's like something's wrong with this guy.
Well,
and of course, sure enough, the more you dig, look what we're finding.
Big Homie actually wants to come in and defend himself. You guys want to entertain this?
It's your show, brother.
here we go again. It's the same old thing. Boogie is
Hey,
I get over it.
when the foundation's fixed, can we come over to the house and crack champagne on the corner of the foundation?
Boogie said he was coming over months ago, dude. I don't know. It's up to you guys. If you want to come to Ohio, come on.
All right, Big Homie, thank you for
Do
coming
you
by.
really think, hold on, before he goes, do you really think you'll have it done by January 30th?
Dude, the guys
January
coming the
30th,
first week
if it's
of-
done, I want you to come on this show and I will take a reasonable punishment of my choice if you have it done by January 30th. If you do not, you will take a punishment.
All
You
right,
agree to
bet.
that?
I'm down.
Damn.
Thank you for your time, Big Homie.
Yup.
I like it.
We're not going to share his GoFundMe link, but that was Big Homie. Apparently, he's turned down an $80,000 job, has a felony. You know, most felons right now would fight motherfuckers in the street for an $80,000 job.
here we go again. It's the same old thing. Boogie is
Somebody in chat said, well, this is an old story. Yeah, but we're trying to give you context because there's
Yeah,
a big
There's
update.
a big change. I'm giving context for anybody that doesn't know who Nick is and why he would be targeted. So here is the new update for the story. Nick came out and said officer called to a crime scene in Mahomet, Illinois at 9:41, where the killer had fled earlier. The timestamp of the video shows the killer had arrived at my house at 108 minutes later at 11:29, where he called my name. The police were called. So apparently this guy did a triple homicide in his hometown. He killed 3 people. 1 died at the scene, 2 died later in the intensive care unit at the local hospital. He actually goes on and surfaces this. It shows that the time links up from where this guy drove from his town in Mahomet to, I forgot where he stays at, Brewers, Illinois. So this guy drove straight to Nick's house after killing 3 people.
Yep.
So I have been taught by my lawyer and the cops. If somebody comes and knocks on this door, you look through the camera. If you're going to engage with them through the camera. If you don't have cameras installed in 2024, you're crazy. Get them installed. And then if they try to come in, And you got footage of him trying to come in, you are safe to protect yourself, but you have a duty to stay in your home, even with castle doctrine, even with everything else, until they try to force themselves in. You got to keep that door closed. Nick fucked up and he caught a charge for it. Simple as that. And this is why you fucked up, Nick. Had you opened a door a second time, you'd be gone.
Here we go again. It's the same old thing. Boogie is.
There we go. All right. Thank you guys for the
I'm
donation.
gonna make
We
a
really
comment about
appreciate you.
Ruby. Like I was Team Ruby for a long fucking time, and the reason I don't like Ruby on any of our programs anymore going forward is Keem is 100% right that she has too many bad orbiters, and also the fact that she has these issues with drug abuse. It's very easy for her to have a relapse on stream. It's very easy for her to break the NDA. It's very easy for her to have people that mess with her to the point where she has a drug abuse, and it's all bad PR for the show itself. I know she could probably use the money. I know she has the personality and charisma to do it, but there's just too many variables with Ruby that comes with an anchor. It's not a bin-shaped anchor, but it's still an anchor.
Plus, she's got her own morning show. You can go watch it on her channel. She does her own thing.
Oh, I'm just saying Ruby's.
What do you want to do
Ruby's
for
in
50
chat right now.
donations?
I've been clean for 1.5 years. I'm not interested anyway. Ruby, let me tell you a secret, girl. I've been around people like you my whole fucking life. My grandmother was a drug dealer from the time I was 5 years old to the time I was in my 30s. My grandmother only stopped dealing drugs when she got so sick that she couldn't actually speak anymore, right? People, even when she was on hospice care, would come by to buy pain pills from her. There is no such thing as a clean drug addict. I don't care who it is. I don't care what you say. There's going to be periods in your life where you're going to do well. Then there's going to be a relapse, and then it happens again. And this includes my own brother, right? I've watched it happen with my own brother. He'll go 6 years good, and all it takes is a phone call to have him right back on the shit, right? And then he has to start the process over again. I've talked to people. I have a friend I've gamed with, methamphetamine. She's a girl too. She did methamphetamines all the way through her early 20 years. And when she got pregnant, she quit it cold turkey. She's stopped meth for 20 years now. And she'll tell me to this day that she has dreams about doing methamphetamines to this day.
Yep.
There's no such thing as a clean addict. Just like me, I'm going to have to fight food my rest of my whole life. Once your brain chemistry changes, it's changed.
Yep. And that said, congratulations, 18 months. Hope you got your chip. And let's make it another 30. You got it.
I got one more thing on my docket before we're completely done with the docket here, boys.
Yeah, trouble that I smoke weed. And
Here's the thing I see with you, right? And I've seen a lot of addicts go in recovery. I've seen a lot of addicts relapse. And I've seen a lot of this in my life from just a position I was born into. And the things that are concerned about you is the same thing I concern with other people. Like a lot of people come to me with like gaming problems. Like they play video games too much. They eat a little too much. They're unhappy. They can't find a significant other, these kind of things. And the first thing I tell people is when you're unhappy with yourself, the first thing you need to do is wake up every day and take a bath. No matter what you do, wake up every day and take a bath, because that will make you feel so much better about yourself. Taking a bath, brushing your teeth, just doing that makes you feel more human than anything else you can do in life.
This is really good advice.
And one thing I see with you, and I've seen it badly, is you are very scatterbrained. Like you're always wanting to, you have great intentions, you have good intentions, but you're always doubting yourself behind your eyes. And you do so far, and you're not treating your depression at all. If you flip your camera around, I bet you there's still stuff everywhere. You haven't cleaned a thing.
I did actually. Today I did a cleaning stream, and it's not as bad as it was. The bed has sheets. Okay, I just did a whole stream.
I'm proud of
I'm
you.
cleaning. I'm trying.
Because like I didn't even realize
Compared to how it was, yes.
I didn't even realize
look at
that
my
was a
last stream. It was clean,
bedroom
skinny, rich.
last time you did that. I thought you were in like a living
I know
room.
it was really bad.
I thought it was like a kitchen
It was a low
table.
point. This all was happening during. Yeah, it was a rough week for Ruby. Okay, I'm trying to bounce back.
Here we go again. It's the same old thing. Boogie is.
Her. And I'm gonna tell you a story. Story time for Wings, right? I used to know a girl. Her name is Crystal, right? I'm just gonna give her first name. And she was just like Ruby. And I befriended Crystal because her daddy left her a whole trailer park. Like she left her 2 trailer parks actually. And I figured that this girl's on heroin and she has 2 trailer parks. At some point in her life, she's gonna make bad money choices and she's gonna miss the taxes on these trailer parks. And I can swoop in and buy these shits for almost pennies on a dollar. So I start taking her to like the methadone clinic. I go get her stuff to eat. She gets to the point where she thinks I'm trying to date her. Right. And I'm like, no, I'm just trying to be your friend, you know? And she was exactly like Ruby in every way, shape, or form, to the point that her house was so messy that she got in my car one day. This is back when the red Mustang was a thing. And she had a cockroach just crawl out of her fucking bag. I'm like, just how do you have it in your handbag? She had a Coach bag. So it was a really nice bag. And here's a cockroach just crawls out of it into my fucking car. I was like, well,
They do that.
up. You don't think other people play that game? They befriend people knowing that somebody's going to have an issue?
I've never done that. Trying to buy like a trailer for cheap.
Trailer park.
I don't know.
Trailer park.
Wings. The only person I try to befriend to take advantage of, like they're gonna have a financial issue, is Boogie.
Yeah.
He's trying to buy this house.
I was trying to get his house.
And somehow we became real friends along the way.
No, somehow I saved the house and I don't get nothing in return.
Oh, you get my loyalty to a fault. That's what you got now.
Well, I will say this, boys. You better get on that call.